What would happen if you or someone you loved needed help with everyday tasks? People with disabilities may need help with tasks such as preparing meals, bathing, shopping, or getting ready in the morning. That's where a disability support worker comes in. Most disability support workers are women. We asked 10 workers to record their time over 3 working days to understand how the introduction of NDIS has affected them. We found that over 20% of their working hours could be going unpaid. Over 3 days, that's a potential loss of over $180 per person. Let's take a look at how this happens. Meet Joe. Joe is a permanent part-time employee. Joe earns just over $21 per hour. Joe used to work one 4 to 5 hour shift per day. Under the new NDIS model, working time has become irregular and unpredictable. Joe now usually works multiple short shifts each day with gaps of unpaid time. Her guaranteed part-time hours are short, but she always works extra hours. She needs the money and her employer wants the flexibility of being able to call her in at short notice. Let's spend a day with Joe. Jo starts her workday at 7 a.m. and her first appointment is with Shirley, who needs help with her morning routine. She is booked to spend 90 minutes helping Shirley, but after preparing breakfast, Shirley needs help finding her hearing aid, and this takes longer. Jo is not paid for this extra work. Jo then drives to her second appointment with Frederick. She spends 2 hours helping Frederick. Jo has a bit of time till her next appointment, but it's not long enough to make it home and back, so she kills some time in her car. At 1 p.m, it's time to take Ruth to do her weekly shopping, but this also takes a bit longer than expected. After helping Ruth unpack, Jo needs to take care of some paperwork, work which also goes unpaid before she can travel home for a quick dinner with her family. Just after 7, she leaves home for her final session of the day, helping Will get ready for bed and preparing dinner for Will's dog, Max. Finally, Jo drives home. On this day, she spent almost the same amount of time travelling to and from home to work as she did in paid work. Jo finishes her day at 9:45 p.m, almost 13 hours after she began. Like many disability support workers, Jo is often called upon to cover additional shifts. She usually feels obliged to accept, and this can mean she works 6 or 7 days a week. If we break down Jo's day between paid work and unpaid work, including admin time and travelling between clients, we can see unpaid work accounted for 21% of Jo's work this day, a loss of almost $60. On top of this, often there are additional financial costs, like cleaning equipment and parking, and the mental burden of long hours and time away from her family. On this day, Jo worked nearly 3 hours providing unpaid support, doing unpaid admin and on unpaid travel between clients. If this happened every day, over the course of a year, Jo could undertake almost $15,000 worth of unpaid work. Our research suggested that underpayment of disability support workers mostly occurs due to 3 factors: the NDIS model and pricing, employer strategies, and poor employment protections. Addressing deficiencies in employment minimum standards is one strategy for resolving some of the problems of underpayment for social care workers. Ensuring workers have enough paid time to provide quality support is another. Something needs to change. For more information, visit cpow.org.au.